All right, thanks. Have a good day.
Dad, why do you spend so much time here?
Well, it's kind of a guy thing. Oh, no, actually, both your mom and I love coming here. There's tools, paint, nuts and bolts, just about anything. That's why they call it the helpful place.
Do they help with anything?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Ace Hardware in Tremonton is your destination for all of your home improvement projects in every season.
Just a little background, Tremonton City is a participant. I don't know how many years ago, several years ago, they joined a group called Utopia. Tremonton City is about a 2.5% participant in Utopia. But to give you an idea of what the 2.5% is, Tremonton City pays, last year I think, Sean, it was around $320,000 for our share that goes to a bank. That's our loan that we took out to help finance Utopia. That increases 2% a year for the next 26 years. Okay, so whether you like it, don't like it, has nothing to do with it. We have that obligation that will never go away for 26 years. We have a potential solution to that problem, and we're going to discuss that this evening. I have been meeting with the 11 cities' mayors for the last 3 months discussing this, and it's been an ongoing discussion trying to figure out what would be best for all 11 cities. And most cities have the same issues that we have. In fact, they all have exactly the same issues that we have.
Utopia, at the moment, the status quo is not sustainable. You have an incomplete network. It only reaches about 10% of the addresses that it was intended to do. Even less of those addresses are active users currently. The network the lack of scale means that the network is not able to operate at a profit, so it effectively can't keep its lights on. And that's why it's such a big impact on the cities. The cities are not only supporting the debt through the sales tax pledges, but they're also contributing to the Utopia's ongoing operating deficit. And as the Mayor said, across each city it's a sizable. Included to fund that, there'll be the establishment of a mandatory utility fee of $18 to $20 per month. And with that utility fee, each premise gets a basic level of internet service, which we've set at a symmetrical 3 megabit connection with a 20 gigabyte data card. This connection, we've canvassed the market, and this connection is very competitive with what the incumbent providers are currently offering, and in some cases is a lot cheaper than what I'm sure many of you are currently paying. So as I mentioned, there will be 2 tiers of service. One is a basic service, which is a symmetrical 3 megabit connection with a 20 gigabyte data card. This will be available at no incremental charge to anyone who pays the utility fee. There will also be upgraded services, so anything with a higher speed, a higher data cap, up to a higher data, there will be capped and uncapped services. And the speeds will be available up to 1 gigabit. Those premium services will be marketed as a fee. They'll be revenue generating products for the ISP.
Many of you may not realize is the network today, as Will had said, is 5 to 10 years old. It is slowly beginning to wear out. The fiber itself, and this is a misconception, the fiber itself is fine. So the large bulk of the money you've spent to date, I believe it's $200 and some million that has been spent by Utopia on fiber infrastructure is fine. There's nothing wrong with fiber. In fact, fiber infrastructures are very robust. They've been around for 30 to 50 years now. They will continue to be around for the next 30 years. The cost to run the network efficiently, today it is a $12 million cost. Utopia spends approximately $12 million on revenues they generate, which come out to about $10 million, which is why you have a $2 million deficit today, which the cities are contributing to offset. The entire cost of this project is somewhere between $300 to $400 million to do this properly. And then you take that and divide it by the number of passings, and that's how you arrive at the $18 to $20 utility fee. One of the questions that we get often is, why do this? You know, why not shut it down? Why not sell the asset? Do what Provo did. Right? Sell it for $1. Well, the reality of the situation is this. As I said earlier, Utopia has spent in excess of $200 million to get to this point today. And as the mayor pointed out, the debt obligation on this extends for the next 24, 26 years. The total cost of that is going to be about $500 million. Whether you shut this down, whether you sell this asset off, the citizens of the Utopia network will be responsible for $500 million in debt. And so there's no easy way out of this solution. It's not the best solution in the world. Unfortunately for us, it's the only solution, only viable solution that promises to fulfill, finally, the promise of Utopia, potentially retire the debt, and really get us out of this quagmire. But what we are providing to the citizens of Tremonton in exchange for the $18 to $20 utility fee is a basic service. As stated, it's a 3 up, 3 down with a 20 data cap. Will there be a monthly fee on everyone's utility bill, whether they participate? So in answer to that, yes, there is a utility fee of $18 to $20. Will there be a connect fee? No. But by and large, you should see a reduction in your costs. Not in all cases, but in most cases, you should see a slight reduction in your costs. If you're not with Utopia today, and you're with Frontier or you're with Comcast, as Will said, the competitive pressure of our entry into the marketplace and the introduction of 17, 18, 20 more ISPs into the community should drive down, and we've seen this time and time again, not just in the Google cities, but we've seen it anywhere where fiber was really introduced. Uverse, Fios. We've seen a drop in pricing due to competitive pressure. So even if you don't have service on Utopia, you will benefit probably by more than $18 to $20. We will bring the fiber from the street to the side of your homes and businesses, install a network interface device, a portal, connect the fiber into that. It'll be dark, so don't go out there and try to plug things into it. But as soon as you contact an ISP, who will come in and do the necessary connections for you, the cities in general are not in the business of making profit at the expense of its citizens, I believe, right? Not. So again, keep in mind that any revenues that are generated by this proposal feed back into the system, and the individual cities that are participants can decide to either use that to help pay off the debt, the $500 million I referred to earlier, pay off their portion of the debt, or potentially to act as a rebate to the utility fee, or for any other reason deemed necessary by the particular council.
Stop by Ace Hardware today.